This is the entity that is stabbing my feet overnight with needles at the location where the entity is touching my devices, interfering with their operation. In the environment where the entity is following from place to place in the specific environment. Those are the people of the state that are documented. License plates, addresses, images, their names, and they're together being prosecuted with the airport that is stalking. I'm at a different location, and those are the planes that are not flying at a distance. They're keeping close to me because they are stalking. It's literally stalking by Alan D. Wapner and Julia Gu, Atif El Khadi, the entity that's calling itself a president, the airport of authority, and also an airport board. They're not. They're engaged in criminal monitoring. They're doing so in the environment where you see my shadow stretched out across the field. This is the entity that overnight stabbed my foot, and they stabbed my foot with needles while they are aware of the fact that they're published on the internet as gang stalkers, co-conspirators of murder, and they're all being federally charged for that. Okay, this is the entity that is sharing in that violence, and Tracy Banks and Jason Fields are the sex offenders, the vagina monitors that come and physically handle, and in concert with them, any prospective gang stalker is the prospective murder, the prospective thief, the prospective kidnapper. The entity is engaging in what is violence overnight, and this is relevant to them that I documented, and they are being federally prosecuted. Okay, replacing one stalker with another. This is license plate where the airport is stalking. You're going to be federally prosecuted. License 6YNP677. This is where I've already documented the fake sunrise and set. This is that ongoing obsession with what is maintaining presence in the path by feigning ignorance about the ARCO being closed, doing so where the airport is stalking, doing so where they're doing so on behalf of the Ontario Police Department. Okay, this is the P.O.C. population that's being prosecuted for co-conspiring murder, 6HHB067, and they are the hands and feet of the government that are relying on the population of demons to gang stalk. This is the entity following from 224 North Euclid Avenue to 434 North Euclid Avenue. And this is the city of Ontario. This is exactly what the city of Upland is engaging in too. This is P.O.C. This is the disbanding of the Ontario Police Department. They're stalkers and they're mentally ill. Okay, so you're looking at a map. This is the entity hovering over me at the El Bacon at the B Street. I'm now here at what is the E Street. This is the entity progressing, stalking, and maintaining what is aerial surveillance, doing so while you come. This is the federal RICO case while they're stalking you. And this is the entity that's engaging in that while monitoring my vagina. They're doing so while they're stalking me obsessively with light, doing so while they are engaging in what is violence overnight, which is stabbing my feet. And this is the entity that's doing so. You're looking at all the video evidence of me identifying them because they're all being federally prosecuted. It's more than what I publish on my website. I'm identifying terrorists, and the terrorists are being federally prosecuted. The people of the state are being prosecuted for the violence that is implemented as an entity that is stalking. And I have documented them by address, by license plate. I document them by venue, such as the Ovid Family Community Library, and they will be federally and civilly prosecuted. This is violence by a population. Stabbing my feet overnight. This is what the entity committed while they are stalking conspicuously, just like this as an airport. Okay, this is the shutdown of the Ontario International Airport, the disbanding of the Ontario Police Department, the removal of the Ontario Fire Department, and prosecution of companies like ARCO who are sharing in the criminal pattern of conduct, providing a facilitating venue for them to engage in conspicuous surveillance and spend money while doing it. You're going to drain the pockets and criminally prosecute companies like ARCO. P.O.C. It is currently 5:50 a.m. This is the entity, including ARCO. They're prosecuting. You're engaging in what is violence. You're gang stalking. You're going to be criminally prosecuted for the entirety of that crime. And Jason Fields and Tracy Banks are going to prison under all circumstances. This is P.O.C.